Good evening, everybody. My name is Melinda, but everybody knows me as Blou Note. I am here this evening at the Stars Complex on Edison Avenue in the city of Fort Myers. We are celebrating Easter Sunday in Dunbar, which is one of the most famous things ever. Everybody knows that. We're actually back here at Easter Fest. We are in the middle of our intermission as the Sean Brown Band has been performing. I was actually blessed to be invited to open today's festivities, and I've already done so. And we've gotten a chance to listen to a little bit of the Sean Brown Band. And now I've been blessed and invited personally by Mr. Lee Pitts himself to interview one of the greatest queens that I've ever had a pleasure to meet, Miss Jacquelyn McMiller, who is also known as a candidate for the city of Fort Myers, mayor of the city of Fort Myers.
Well, thank you.
How are you doing today, Queen?
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much.
I'm not going to act like I don't know this queen, because I not only know her, I love her. But I've been blessed with an opportunity to take a moment to kind of delve into what it is that she has coming for us in this candidacy for the mayor of Fort Myers. Know that we'll be voting coming up on August 23rd. So please keep that in mind. But I'm going to take a moment to just kind of get to know you a little bit more.
Sure.
I know we've had a chance to talk prior, obviously, but just as another woman in this area, a mother, grandmother, I'm interested to know, because, you know, I'm in a season myself of just trying to find my way and you know, pursue my dreams and find my purpose. What is it that drove you to make this decision to run for the mayor of Fort Myers?
Well, usually I have a strong sense of spirit and a belief in God. And whenever we go through things, I went through the issues of discrimination. I had to endure that. I also dealt with situations where, because of the fact that I'm a woman, but also as a black woman, I was not able to take advantage of certain things. But I knew that, you know, within this area, I've lived here all of my life, that we deserved anything and everything and opportunities to do anything and everything we wanted to do. So I've always been a fighter, and I've always been a servant. I've served with Department of Children and Families. I've served as, you know, in situations where I've donated my time, volunteering, working with people that may not have been as blessed as I am with having family. But my job as a servant is to help other people. And running as a politician here in the city of Fort Myers, that's the biggest and deepest way I can do that, by helping to rewrite some policies, change some policies, put some things out there, resources for the people in this area that truly needs it and wants it. They deserve that opportunity, but our children deserve it as well. Being a mother and grandchildren, as a mother and grandmother, my grandkids, our grandkids, your grandkids, we deserve a future and a generation of opportunities.
It's funny, I find that you say that, because one of my personal experiences with you, when we first met, you had actually come out to Poets Realm, and you had a very, very strong effect on one of the young artists that was performing there that night. So much so that he actually went so far as to post a picture of him crying and talking to, well, you talking to him and just pouring into him. And it was one of the most visceral reactions I've seen of a grown man, a young man, but a grown man, in front of whomever, you know, on a late night in a bar. What is it that makes you reach beyond, and I know you kind of just touched on it, obviously you have your own children, you have your own family to consider, but what do you see in the importance of making sure that not the youth that are maybe, you know, little kids in elementary, but those people that are in that age group that's like just touching on adulthood, but they're still babies, they still got a little milk around the corners of their mouth, if you will. What is it that makes you feel the need, you know, at the age and stage that you are in life, to make sure that you connect with that age group in running for the mayor of Fort Myers?
Because they're the future. This young man, he has so much talent. And when I saw him performing, my heart, it was just something that spoke to my heart. But Poets Realm is one of those places where you feel that spirit. You know, people come there and they want to share.
Yeah,
and he wanted to share something, but he shared something that was from his heart, you know. And you have to give people praise when they are praiseworthy. And many times, even day to day, we sometimes forget to do that because we get so wrapped up in our day-to-day life. But we have to stop and be able to praise those. And so many times with, you know, a lot of these young men, they look different. They have dreads. People are so judgmental, you know. And I want to break those barriers down. We have some geniuses here.
Yes, we do.
We have geniuses. We have talent here. And we should be able to say, come on out here. Anything that you need to help you become stronger, to be more successful, that's what we as leaders are supposed to do. So that passes on, and they can pass that torch to the next generation, and on and so forth. So it's time for me to do it. If I'm going to do it, I must do it. I must act on it. I must speak it, but I must walk the walk as well. If I do that, then they see it, they're going to do it as well. And that's all I wanted. I wanted to take off. And we need to support each other, and I want us to support each other. We need that.
I appreciate that. That makes me think of your faith when you speak. How important is your faith to you in terms of not, you know, obviously that's a person, your faith is personal, but in terms of how it is that you have to obviously, as a mayor, because, you know, once you become mayor, and solidify that thing, we're going to go ahead and preach that into existence.
We're claiming it.
Obviously, you have to touch on everybody, and you have to connect to everybody, all faith-based, all races, all ages. How important is it to you to incorporate your faith into how you handle the people, whether it's the city of Fort Myers or any person that you come into contact with?
Well, your faith, my faith, I walk on faith, and I walk with faith. And I pray every day, I meditate every day, but you have to be real. Children can read it, you know, and people can read it as well. And it's not because I'm doing it because of the fact that, you know, it's not money, it's not fame, it's not fortune. I'm an extreme introvert, believe it or not. But I saw so many things that were happening, and I just know that in my faith and what I know God wants me to do in this world, I want to leave an imprint that says that not only I was here, but we made a change as a person. If each person can commit to doing that, of saying, let me make a change in someone's life, let me touch them in a way that it will change their entire life and their outlook on life, that's what we need to do. And my faith is going to take me to wherever God wants me to go with this, either with this campaign, with my life, with my children's life. I lead it, you know, and let them know that there is forgiveness. You know, we have to forgive each other. We make mistakes, we trip over things, we do it. But we're going to make it happen. And we're going to make it happen in August. August the 23rd.
I'm here for that.
Primaries and general election in November.
When you speak to being an introvert, because I struggle with that a lot. Actually, Lee Pitts pointed that out in one of our discussions. You know, I'm very much an introvert. How are you finding comfortability and transparency in running for campaign? I would assume that you kind of have to loosen up a little bit more because you're connecting with so many people, or at least attempting to. How are you finding that comfortability and navigating through finding a balance with being transparent with the people, but still maintaining, you know, obviously your personal life, but still making sure you can have that connection with everybody?
Well, you have to be just open and just being honest with everyone. I have my phone numbers, my personal cell phone numbers on all of my literature, you know, and people need to know that they can reach out to me and they can call me. If I don't have the answer, I'm going to get them to someone who does have the answer, you know. But just being transparent, being open, if they want to see me, if they want to talk, they have my phone number, and knowing that, you know, I'm just the same girl from on the block, went to Cypress Lake High School, and it's no different. You know, some of my friends say, I can't believe that you're running because you were so shy. But when you have purpose, and God shows you that purpose, that's when you know you need to move on it. And He'll give you all the strength that you need to do what you need to make
Jacquelyn
happen.
McMiller is saying things, people. Jacquelyn McMiller is saying things. You know, I am blessed to know you. I can attest to that. You know, at one point I didn't know you. But what I did observe was that she is someone who's very approachable. She receives you with love. She receives you with kindness. I assume that would have translated in this moment just listening to her speak. If you haven't had an opportunity and this is your first opportunity, just know, for those of you who are out there that know of me and are supporting me, I fully wholeheartedly support Jacquelyn McMiller, candidate for mayor of Fort Myers. And I am truly, truly honored to have had this moment professionally to take a moment with you. It
That
just,
honor
you
is
bless me. I
all
love you so much.
mine. It is, you are a songstress. You are blessed. Your voice is blessed. And every time we start talking about and talking to each other, we start to cry.
Every time. So I'm not going to do this.
But I'm so proud of you. And
Thank
you're
you.
going to be blessed with many, many more
Thank you
things.
so much. Thank you. Thank you to Leap Is Live for this moment. We appreciate it. Happy Easter, everybody. God bless.
Happy Easter.